12 principles are based on Numark's vision for how the profession and the network should progress. So we looked at how you use technology, how you would use your team to its best effect in the pharmacy, how we would see digitisation of things coming on, assembly's part of it. We're also, one of the principles, for example, is you could still have prescribing and supply from the same premises. That's a principle. If people are concerned about, oh, you just want to write a prescription because you get paid, then actually that can all be audited, same as any prescriber. And I think the community pharmacy network is traditionally, would I say, conservative with a small c, typically risk averse. So I don't see a huge explosion in prescribing. In fact, I see a real focus on making sure the patient gets the most appropriate medicine and the most appropriate treatment. We've been data-rich, information-poor in pharmacy for many years. I don't think we've really harnessed that. But I can see a future whereby if we have digitisation and records coming back and forward electronically, a lot of people now wear Apple Watches or Garmin watches, Fitbits, a new one I heard today, Whoop, whatever, that gives you data on how your health is. Pharmacy traditionally hasn't thought about how you use that well. So I think there'll be a lot of data feeds coming. And if you can now consider yourself in the role as a prescriber, I think your intervention will be from data rather than from someone else's, traditionally, piece of paper as a prescriber. So you relied on something else coming in for you to intervene. Now I think that feed will be from data, from wearables, from interventions and assessments made by the NHS, so tests that have come, blood tests, etc. And therefore you'll be in quite a different place. So it will turn the focus of the pharmacist and pharmacist team onto how you now provide your intervention. And if you then had all of that data of the interventions the pharmacy is making, you have public health data about how the conditions that are being treated, how often they're being treated, and therefore you can target the intervention in the pharmacy much more again to elevate public health. So I think it's on two fronts. So clinical service delivery would allow the pharmacy team to be a patient to be their primary focus. Then the medicine comes on in the back of that. So if you're going to make that patient interaction your primary focus, it then allows you to then look at how does your pharmacy layout and what does your support team need to look like to allow you to deliver that. And it's just that, but it is just an evolution, it's a tweak. Most pharmacies now have a consultation room or a consultation space. I think this might encourage us to look at, is that as appropriate as it could be? And do we need to devote a bit more space to that? Because I'm sure a service-based contract will be the way forward, both for government and the network. So maybe our layout of our pharmacies just needs to be looked at. That's another thing that Numark is prepared to support, and in fact really well prepared. And I know we do OTC really well, and I'm sure that type of thinking in terms of what the pharmacy layout could be will be a logical next step. So I would say to any pharmacist or any pharmacy team, pharmacy owner who is concerned or a little anxious about making the changes, look for a safe first step. What would be that step along your journey? Is it having one of your team as a prescriber, as a pharmacist? Is it having a trained pharmacy technician that would allow you, like the Numark example where we launched apprenticeships just last week? Huge response. So look at that first step and say, okay, that would help prepare me for a new world or a new way of working. Yes, we'll evolve into it. It's not going to happen overnight, but it's that step that would say, yeah, I could do that. And that once you've got your first step, it's normally easier to take the second and the third. And in fact, before long, you're running. If someone is concerned about what these changes might mean, that's when I would really encourage you to maximise your value from your Numark membership. Come into the team, ask for some advice. We can give it in terms of layout of pharmacy. We've got training programs that will support you, and we've got some thinking about what that new model might look like. And if you want to discuss that, more than happy to do so.